Hello. Um, don't worry about this. It's cream, just for dryness here because I went back on Roaccutane. So, yes. Um, I had the operation for the laparoscopy. They didn't find any endometriosis, scar tissue, whatever. Said my uterus looked great. There was a dark mass, which they said was there, and then didn't do any further explanation. So, yeah. And, yeah, I was like just been recovering and stuff. It was a bit scary waking up from the anesthesia because I had nightmares. Overall it's fine. I have 2 scars. Just a bit concerning because in the report it only said 1. There's definitely 2. So I don't know what the surgeon was on, but it's been fine. No extra bleeding from the site, so it's all good. I'm pretty much healed now. I'm walking around. Haven't tried doing any yoga because I don't want to stretch the scars open. Anyway, so mentally and emotionally pretty not great because obviously that was a real blow, waking up and saying they didn't find anything except for a dark mass, which could be my ovary or could be something, I don't know. So I don't know, just had been like crying, I guess, the week, how long's it been now? Week and a half after, kind of every day at like random like moments of the day, just because I couldn't hold it in, my disappointment and sadness, that I was like, well, I'm just stuck like this and there is something wrong with me because that's what my body is telling me. But they can't and won't find it. They kind of just refuse to help more. I made a follow-up appointment with the private specialist who was the one who pushed for this. So, anyway, I've been on the warpath today, looking at other options. I mean, because there has to be something, right? So I can test for if I'm celiac. I can maybe do that test. I don't know how great the blood test is, and at this point I don't really care if I have to eat gluten every day. I mean, it's gonna be worth it to kind of just really suss that out. And I mean, someone did point out in the comments, it can be cancer. I mean, yeah, the problem is ovarian cancer is so those symptoms, yeah, I mean, I have all those symptoms, and a lot of people do. The problem is that they persisted, and that's when you need to be seeing someone. And the problem is, people don't, unless I guess you have a family history, and I don't. I have 2 aunties on either side of the family that have both died from breast cancer. So then there's the ultrasounds to do that, and I've always been told that I have cysts, but I think I did one ultrasound, well, not in 2019, and then she was like, well, it's fine, so I guess they're just cysts that move around. But I don't know, I think ovarian cancer can start in the fallopian tubes, and there's just no real good way to see if you have a tumor and to know whether it's cancer without taking out your whole thing. I mean, yeah, I'd love to take my whole uterus out. I don't want to have babies. So my options at this point, and which I am going to push for, I've decided I'm going to push for because I'm not going to stay like this. I also have the nurse like at the hospital is like, well, there's definitely something wrong with you, because I like she knows how frequently I was peeing like in a short amount of time, and she was like, frequent urination. She was like, low in iron, like there's something wrong with you, but they just haven't found it yet. So everyone's like, keep going. And like, so for a while I couldn't be positive because it just was too depressing. But, I don't know. Regaining momentum, and I'm just gonna keep trying. And, until then, just wear baggy t-shirts and do my best. But, yeah, I, like, have tried so many diets, but, I mean, if you're celiac, you could be, everyone presents with different symptoms for everything. But, you know, your body's hating, like, even the trace amounts. Because I've cut out gluten before, but I've still used, you know, cutting boards and stuff like that, which your body wouldn't be able to handle trace amounts if you're celiac, which would cause this severe bloating and all this kind of stuff, you know, that I've always experienced. So, I don't know. Full gastroscopy again. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I guess I'll have to try it. I would love to make sure, well, do my best to make sure I don't have ovarian cancer. Yeah, because the symptoms are silent. I guess I've seen everybody using that term. And no one's ever done any tests, so I appreciate comments on that, telling me to get myself tested. I mean, it's so hard because people don't want to test you for that. But yeah, I am gonna push. I mean, I wouldn't go through chemotherapy. No way. If I had to take some part of my body out, I would. Yeah, it's a bit scary thinking about that. Quite scary, actually. Giving me myself anxiety today looking it up. And, well, what else can you do? I mean, I have to do the researching because nobody's gonna do it for me. That's what my partner was saying. He's like, you need to, like, actually have a list, walk in there and be like, I need to make sure I don't have this. I need to make sure I don't have this, which is what I did for endometriosis. It's just that alone took a whole year to do. So I hope other stuff doesn't take so long. I don't have health insurance, so I would have to wait through the public health system, which they love to deny you everything for. So, well, I don't know if you have any other ideas. I'm just kind of was just at the point I just wanted to starve myself again, just to be doing something to try and help, even though that doesn't help, and starving myself makes me feel worse. Just puts me, I was in a bad mood for years because I lost 20 kilos. If you go back and look at my older videos, that's me. I would say, I suppose anorexic, because I would literally say I can't be fat. So, and this is what put me into that. I never really had, I'd gone through body issues, obviously, like most people do, but I had really tried to embrace and love my body, and I love food too much. And they keep telling you it's your fault, it's what you're eating, it's what you're not doing, and it's what you are doing. And so I just stopped eating. I'd eat a banana and a zucchini a day, and like a bit of peanut butter, if I allowed myself. So pretty, like, scary times, and I don't want to go back to that. And it didn't help at all anyway. It didn't help. So I'm not sure if, I don't know, some of those standards being, maybe it just isn't celiac, but there's something going on. I don't know. Keep sending me ideas in the hopes that I can try and find out one day soon, so I don't wake up 20 years later and have this be my whole damn life. But I suppose it is for people, so, and it is mine at the moment. It is awful. Like, so preoccupied. I just want my body to function normally. And they tell you that bloating is normal. It's like, yeah, it's not normal. It's not normal when it goes on all day. And people go, it fluctuates throughout the day. Mine doesn't fluctuate throughout the day. Mine is always like this when it gets like this. That's the reason. If I don't eat, it doesn't get better. It's still there. I'll still just as bloated if I don't eat, so there's no point in not eating. I have to remind myself of that. I've been trying to eat really healthy just in case it does anything, but I think it's going to. And what is eating healthy anyway? It's just a nightmare. Real nightmare. And you know what? Going through, I called like the kind of depression helpline because I needed to speak to someone, and she was so helpful, and she just validated my feelings, because I feel awful after, and I feel so guilty for having surgery and not having it be like successful, whichever way you want to look at that as. For me, being successful would have been finding something. So I felt like I deserved whatever pain I had after that, because I was like, I didn't deserve any painkillers because nothing's worked. And I've done this to myself without, for nothing. And she just validated all my feelings and said that it's perfectly normal, and everybody feels like that after a surgery, no matter what they have. And mentioned that I dissociate. Anyway, I really don't like taking drugs for that reason. So the anesthesia, someone said like you'll have a really great sleep. I don't know if that was to me or just read that on someone else's YouTube or something, but I hate it. I had nightmares the whole way through. I had a panic attack 5 seconds before, started crying. I was like, I'm scared. And then had nightmares for the hour or whatever I was under. And then woke up, and you're just not reality. And I need reality. I grasp reality wherever I can, because it takes one small thing for me to just dissociate. So it's scary. And she just said, it's traumatic. It's, people have different ideas of trauma, but or traumatic events, but I'm doing better about it now. But even just like a few days ago, it was scary. I don't like it, and it kind of felt like a brush with death, as dramatic as that sounds. But it's so unnatural, someone putting you to sleep and then to wake up and think, well, that was just all for nothing. Anyway, I didn't mean to ramble on, but yeah, anyway, I'm trying to be just more positive and know like myself that there's something, and it is not okay that that health professionals will turn you away and say you just have to put up with this. It's just not okay. In my eyes. I mean, I couldn't look at someone and be like, that's okay, just put up with that for the rest of your life. I couldn't say that to someone. So the fact that people who have trained for 7 years and then more to become specialists say that, it's insane to me. Well, anyway, I hope your Christmases and New Year's were slightly better than mine. And yeah, hope you're all doing okay. And if you have to go through surgery, elective or not, my thoughts are with you. And wish me luck. Let me know of anything else you think of. Find out. And this was for because of Roaccutane, for anybody that didn't catch that in the beginning. It's cream because they're cracked and sore here. Anyway, thank you so much for all your thoughts and comments. They were very lovely. So yeah, I had to make a follow-up video because I was just reading them all yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, I'll make another ASMR soon for you all.